Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Warrenton Sports Network coverage of the Warrenton Winter Shootout. I'm Keith Brown, and tonight we bring you second-round action featuring a classic showdown between two familiar foes, the number 2 seeded Liberty Eagles and the hometown number 3 seeded Warrenton Warriors. It's strength versus strength in this one. Liberty comes in with one of the tournament's most potent offenses, averaging 44 points per game. Warrenton, meanwhile, has built its identity on defense, holding opponents to just 39 a night. The big question looming over this matchup, can the Warriors' stingy defense put the brakes on Liberty's high-octane attack? History certainly favors Warrenton. The Warriors hold an 8-0 all-time advantage over the Eagles, a stat that Liberty would like to rewrite tonight. And when you look at their lone common opponents this season, the St. Charles Pirates, the results couldn't be more similar. Liberty fell 39-43, while Warrenton dropped a tight one, 39-41. If that's any indication, we're in for a nail-biter tonight. The stakes are simple. Win tonight, and you punch your ticket to Friday's championship game. Two teams, one spot, and a whole lot on the line. Settle in. Tip-off is just moments away, and this one has all the markings of a thriller. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction. It's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off. Give you kind of a tournament summary of all the games that occurred today. In our first game on the consolation bracket side of the things, number 8 Riverview Gardens took on Moberly, the number 4 seed, and Moberly won 64-29 to move on to the consolation championship at 5:30 on Friday. And they'll play the 6th-seeded McClure North Stars, who were the 6th seed, and they defeated Hazelwood East 42-24. And that means in our first game on Friday, it'll be the 7th place game between Riverview and Hazelwood East at 4. Once again, the consolation championship will be at 5:30 between Moberly and McClure North. And then the loser of tonight's game will take on Francis Howell North. They were upset by Timberland. The number 5 seed beat the number 1 seed 49-45, a real close one in the winner side of the second round of this tournament. Coming up next will be Liberty, the number 2 seed, taking on Warrenton, the number 3 seed. Like I said, the winner moves on to play Timberland Friday at 8:30. The loser will take on Francis Howell North on Friday for 3rd place at 7 o'clock. All right, once again, the Warriors will be out without the service of their senior forward. The leading scorer is Zoe Duncan, still recovering from an injury last Friday night. So the Warriors are going to start Sophia Banky, Claire Goldsmith, Ava Schneider gets the start in Duncan's place. And then they're going to start Savannah Miller and Michaela Whithouse. Liberty's in the blue uniforms, Warrenton in the white. Liberty's going right to left on your screen. Warrenton will be going left to right. Whithouse is jumping. And we're underway. Eagles get the ball. Whithouse comes back and steals it. Good hustle by Michaela. Gets it over to Goldsmith. She brings it up the court. Over to Banky on the right wing. Banky now on the baseline. Gets it to Whithouse to the high post. Over to Goldsmith. Kicks it out to Miller. Miller drives to the middle. Gets it over to Banky. Eagles are playing a zone defense here. Goldsmith takes a three. It's a little bit long. Rebound there by Witt. She gives it over to Hoffman at the point. Warriors in their 2-3 zone. Witt at the high post. Turns and looks. Hands it off. Left-hand layup scored there by Ainsley Kammermeyer. Eagles pressing to start the game. Goldsmith in the front court. Takes a little 10-footer. Shot's no good. Whithouse rebounds. Takes it up. No shot's no good. Gets her own rebound and gets tied up. Warriors will retain possession. Ball underneath their own basket here. Schneider will inbound it for the Warriors. Yeah, they get called for the 5-second count. Nobody was in open. Actually, better to take the 5-second count than turn it over, because if you turn it over there, it could lead to a fast break basket. All right, Eagles back on the attack. They get it over to Schultz. Her shot's no good. Whithouse with another rebound. Banky brings the ball up, heads up, gets it up to Miller. 15-foot baseline shot, no good. Ball goes out of bounds off an Eagle player. Schneider with inbounds, finds Banky. She takes a step back, then drives the lane, lobs it into Schneider. She knocks it off the glass, shot's no good. Witt with the rebound, she's tied up by Schneider. Arrows going the Eagles' way this time. Hoffman brings it up the court for the Eagles. Throws it over to Greer, the Eagles' leading scorer. Skip pass. High post to Kammermeyer. Baseline now. Witt drives, takes a little 10-footer, gets her own rebound. But she shuffled the feet on her pivot. That's a turnover for the Eagles. Full court pressure causes the Warrenton some trouble. They get it up to Banky, over to Miller. Got a 2-on-1, gets it down to Whithouse, but it's stolen there. Eagles headed the other way now. Up to Hoffman. She drives, gets it back out. Hoffman, corner three is no good. They're going to get Sophia Banky with a push on the rebound, her first foul. Eagles get it into Greer. She takes a quick three and bangs it home. Allison Greer's on the board with 3 points. Warriors get it into Goldsmith, and she was double-teamed, throws it off a leg, saves the possession. Miller's going to throw it inbounds now for the Warriors. Gets it into Banky, back to Miller. She's going the other way, gets the ball tapped away. She fights back for it, picks it up, knocked out of her hands. Banky picks it up. Eagles switch to a man-to-man defense this possession down the court. Get it over to Snyder. She squares on the right wing. Gets it over to Miller at the point. Miller kicks it to Whithouse on the right side. Whithouse drives. Little left-hand layup. Shot's no good. Gets her own rebound. Taps it out to Miller. Now Banky at the point. She's going to take a long three. No good. Miller gets the rebound. Takes it back up and gets the foul. Savannah Miller doing some yeoman work on the offensive boards. And she's rewarded by going to the free throw line. They got Kimmerer on the foul. It's her first. Miller's first free throw is a little bit long. 5-0 lead here for the Eagles. Miller's next one rims out. Rebound by Witt. Eagles headed up the court quickly. Get it over to Greer at the point. Kammermeyer knocks down a three. Liberty showing they got some zone busters out there. Greer almost had a steal there. Eagles being aggressive on defense, and once I say that, they fall back and get into their zone defense. This time, looks like they're going to play a little 1-2-2. No, they're still in the man. Goldsmith with the ball now. Gets it up to Whithouse at the high post. Kicks it out to Banky. Long three from the left side. Woo! Swish. Oh, my. Sophia Banky gets the Warriors on the board. Liberty going quickly. That's Schultz with the shot off the board. Good block out by the Warriors. And get a jump ball. Ball was on the floor. Warrenton has the arrow going their way. Goldsmith breaks the double team, gets it up the court, stops, ends up giving over to Greer with the steal. Corner to Kammermeyer. She takes another long three. That one's a little short. Cox with the rebound, gives it over to Goldsmith. She's headed up the court. Tries to get it to Banky, but the errant pass sails out of bounds. Got some subs for Liberty. Bryn Shell checks in, and Ashlyn Genta into the ballgame for the Eagles. Hoffman brings it up for Liberty. She's going to take it up all the way to the basket. A little 10-foot layup. Shot no good. Rebound to the Eagles. They get it to Greer. She takes a three from the point. Shot's no good. They get another rebound. Genta takes it up, misses a shot. Liberty really hitting the boards hard here. They have a little more height than the Big Red. Warriors are going to have to block out and get a body on them. Can't just jump with these girls because they're tall. Genta over to Schultz. Back to Greer. Corner three. Long. Rebound there by Shell. She takes it and gets fouled. They get the foul on Michaela Whithouse, her first. Shell goes to the free throw line. First one comes up a little bit short. Savannah Miller back into the game for the Big Red. Shell switches the second one, giving the Eagles a 9-3 lead. Turnover by the Big Red on the double team. Shell with another jump shot. She switches that from about 12 feet on the baseline. 11-3. Another steal by the Eagles. Pressure really getting to the Big Red. Cox steals it back, and then she gets it stolen from her. Shell with a baseline jump shot, no good. Greer with the rebound. Inside pass is turned over. Loose ball, and the Eagles are on it. They're just really quicker to the ball right now than the Warriors. Kammermeyer with a three. Shot's no good. And they're going to get Genta over the back of Cox. Good job by the freshman Jaden Cox to block out and get a pushing back a little bit. Coach Logan takes a 30-second timeout. Got to be talking to the girls about taking care of the ball. They've been careless with the ball here early in the first. Turnovers are leading 2 baskets for the Eagles. One of the things they can work on is coming back and meeting your passes. You just can't wait for the ball to come to you as a player. You've got to go meet it, especially when the defense is being aggressive. If they're stepping in between you and the ball, you've got to come back to the ball and get between them so they foul you. All right, Warriors try to inbound it. Cox gets it into Goldsmith. She's triple teamed, and she's stripped of the ball. Jetta gets it inside. Shell's layup is good. Shell's got 5 quick ones. Good pass by Jetta on that shot. Full court pressure is going to get a foul on the Eagles. That's going to be Kamermeyer's second. She'll have a seat on the bench as a result of those 2 fouls. Olivia Schmiersall comes into the game for the Eagles. Eagles still in a man-to-man defense. Goldsmith with the ball. Goldsmith gets it back. Goes to Whithouse. Back to Goldsmith. Back to Banky now. Backdoor cut to Cox. She takes it up and draws the foul. Good backdoor cut by Jaden Cox. She's rewarded by going to the free throw line for 2 free throws. They get Shell with her first. Good job by Sophia Banky to see that cut. That'll alleviate some of that backdoor pressure, or that pressure on the passes to the wing. Is cutting backdoor. Cox's first one's no good. Brooke Orff checks in. She's a freshman for the Eagles. Cox swishes the second. 13-4 lead for the Eagles. Jetta drives the lane. Backdoor pass to Shell again. Those two have hooked up for 2 baskets now. Good job by Jetta to see the cut backdoor by Shell. Goldsmith breaks the pressure. Gets it over to Cox at the point. Swings it over to Miller on the left side. Turnover to the Eagles. Her layup's no good. Miller gets back in and gets the rebound. Banky brings it up. Pressured by Greer. She goes with the Goldsmith. Back to Cox on the baseline. She drives, throws up one off the glass. They're going to call a foul on the floor. That's going to be on Bryn Shell. That's her second. Eagles' pressure defense is getting them in a little bit of foul trouble here in the first quarter. They've got 2 players now with 2 fouls. And that puts the Eagles over the limit for the quarter, sending Cox back to the free throw line to shoot 2 more free throws. She was 1 for 2 the first time. See if she can improve upon that right here. First one's good. It's off to a good start. Ava Schneider checks back in for the Big Red. Schneider's second one's a little long. Genta with the rebound. Gets it over to Greer. Intercepted by Goldsmith, who goes up for the left-hand layup. Shot's no good. Rebound there by Schmiersall. She brings it up, gives it over to Greer. Corner 3 on the way. Shot's no good. That was Orff with a miss. Schneider with the rebound. Goldsmith brings it up the court for the Big Red. Banky back to Goldsmith. And ball knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Liberty substitution, Haley Jett checks in for the first time. She's a senior. Eagles give Greer a rest. 39 seconds left to go in the quarter. Bankies penetrates, kicks it out. Goldsmith with the ball. Gives it over to Whithouse at the point now. Corner to Cox. Smearsaw with the steal. She takes it all the way, gives it up. Off the board. Shot scored there by the Eagles. Brooke Orff gets on the board. Goldsmith gets it over to Cox. Cox drives. Her shot's blocked by Jenna. Stolen by Woodhouse. She takes it back up, misses the layup. Ball goes off the Eagles' hands. Warriors will retain possession with .2 on the clock. That's going to be a tip-in type of a shot. You cannot catch it and shoot it with .2 seconds. It's got to be a tip. You get it in the Banky, and she throws up a prayer, but no good because that was not a tip shot. So after one quarter, Eagles lead 17-5. Champions aren't only made on the court at the Missouri Bank. We bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warrenton County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of your business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our service for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community and ready for tomorrow. All right, as we said in the introduction, the Warriors lead the all-time series 8-0 over Liberty, and Liberty seems to have taken that one to heart. They came out fired up and motivated, jumped out to a 12-point lead behind some really aggressive defense, a lot of steals, almost doing to Warrenton what Warrenton usually does to other teams. All right, three-pointer on the way, no good from the Eagles. Snyder hustles and gets the rebound, gives it over to Goldsmith. Goldsmith drives the lane, kicks it out to Snyder. Shot fakes. Drives a little bit. Picks up a dribble, gets it inside to Banky. She takes it up over the bigs. Her shot's no good. Jensen with the rebound. In the corner now to Schultz. Three by Hoffman. Her shot's no good. Coach Walterbach sends leading scorer Allison Greer back onto the court for the Eagles, and they come out second quarter pressing full court. Trap on that first pass. Goldsmith does a good job of not waiting for the trap. Dribbles all the way down the court, takes it up over the big, challenges the big, and gets the foul. Aggressive offensive move there by the sophomore, Claire Goldsmith. She'll get 2 free throws. Foul's going to go on Lydia Witt. That's her first. First one from Goldsmith comes up a little bit short. Good rotation and backspin on that second shot, and nothing but net for Goldsmith. Hoffman brings the ball across half court for the Eagles. Skip pass over to Schultz on the wing. Gets it to Greer on the baseline. Her three's up quickly. She drains another one. Allison Greer's got 2 3-pointers. Warriors get it in to Goldsmith. She splits 2 defenders on the dribble. Gets it up to Whithouse. Over to Schneider. Drives. Takes it up over the big. And they're going to draw another foul. Warriors doing a good job of attacking the basket on the press. That's going to be a foul on Jett, her first. Schneider taking her first trip to the free throw line tonight. First one's no good. Orff checks back in for the Eagles. Snyder's second, no good. Woodhouse steals the rebound, takes it back up, and draws another foul. They get the foul on Brooke Orff, her first. Woodhouse to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First one off the iron, no good. Next one's a little short from Woodhouse. Eagles get the rebound. They're going the other way. Hoffman up the right side. Dribbles to the lane now. It's a little left-hand scoop layup. No good. Woodhouse gets the rebound. Dribbles off the foot of another player, and the ball gets turned over. Eagles pick it up. Greer shot fakes, drives, loses the handle. Picked up by the Eagles, and they take it up, and that was Brooke Orff. She gets fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line. That's going to be Michaela Woodhouse's second. Orff rattles that first one home. Smearsall back into the game for the Eagles. Orff knocks down both of those free throws. 16-point lead, the largest of the game for Liberty. Goldsmith brings the ball up the court. She's been doing the most of the work, breaking the press, doing a good job. Get the ball to Schneider on the right side. Feeds Cox. She takes up a shot off the board. Doesn't go in. Orff with the rebound. Hands it over to Smearsall, who brings it up for Liberty. High post pass to Witt. Back to Smearsall. Shot fakes, drives the lane. Kicks it out over to Schultz. Schultz back to Smearsall. Schultz on the left side. She drives the lane. They get her for a double dribble. Warriors get the ball into Banky. Throws it to Goldsmith. Does a good job of meeting the pass. Drives the lane. Drops it off for Woodhouse. Her shot's blocked. Gets her own rebound. Takes it back up and draws the foul. Michaela doing a great job on the offensive boards. They get Witt with her second foul. Michaela hits the first free throw. Ashlyn Genta, the sophomore, checks back in for Liberty. Michaela's second almost goes in, but just misses on the left side. Genta with the rebound, gives it over to Smearsall. Sends it up to the baseline. Back to Greer at the point. Goes it to Smearsall on the baseline. She drives baseline, gets it into the low post to Genta. And I think they're going to get her for shuffling the puppies. They call her for a travel. 5:15 left to go here in the second quarter. Warriors get the ball into Goldsmith. She takes it up quickly, pressured by Greer, and draws a body foul on Greer. She was riding her, trying to give her a saddle. That's Greer's only first one. That sends Goldsmith to the free throw line. Liberty quickly over the limit on fouls here to start the second quarter. Warrenton's going to get a lot of free throws if they keep on being aggressive. Claire's first one rims out. Free throws shooting has been a thorn in the Warriors' side this season. Goldsmith knocks down the second. They'll get plenty of time to work on it this quarter, it looks like. 14-point lead for the Eagles. Smearsall at the point. Gives it over to Genta, out to Schultz. Back to Genta at the high post. Throws a low post to Orff, and Orff scores the basket. Nice look by Genta. That's her third assist tonight. Banky brings the ball up now for the Big Red. Gets it over to Goldsmith. Left side, dribbles to the right. Over to Banky. Dribbles to the middle. Back to Goldsmith. Banky's going to take the three. Off the backboard, no good. Loose ball grabbed by Genta. Eagles are going the other way. Schmiersall, corner to Schultz. Hands off to Greer on the left side. Greer goes behind the back. And Liberty's going to call a 30-second timeout. Whether you're scoring buckets or scoring the perfect home, Hunter's Sake Investments is your MVP. From new builds to cozy rentals, we've got winning properties across Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail, warehouse, and even the Jonesburg Party Center. Perfect for your next shower, graduation party, or post-game celebrations. Locally owned, family operated, and always playing for the home team. Hunter's Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. All right, 16-point lead for Liberty, their largest so far. All right, Schmiersall will inbound it for the Eagles on their side of half court. Gets it into Genta, hands it back to Schmiersall. Gives it back to Greer at the point, fakes the shot, gives it over to Schmiersall. She'll take the three. Shot's no good, goes off an Eagle player's hands, out of bounds. Looks like the Eagles are going to call off the press this time. The result of the press was Warrenton was getting some good looks at the basket, and Eagles were getting in foul trouble. Backdoor pass to Cox. Her layup's off the board, no good. Orff with the rebound, gives it up over to Schultz. She brings it up for the Eagles. Schultz over to Greer. Greer drives baseline. Euro steps, gives it over to Genta, kicks it out to Orff. Back now to Schmiersall on the right side. Greer at the point. She'll take the quick three. She's got a quick release. 9 points now for Greer. Give the assist to Schmiersall for finding the open shooter. Genta gets it up over to Whithouse. She drives left-hand layup off the board. No good. And they're going to get Genta on the foul. That's her second. Whithouse doing a really good job being aggressive and attacking the basket. Even though the Eagles have taller players, Michaela has not been intimidated tonight. First free throw is pure, nothing but a swish on that one. Good rotation. Savannah Miller checks back in for the Warriors. Hoffman for the Eagles. Next one from Whithouse is no good. Orff with the rebound. She'll bring it up for Liberty. Gets it ahead to Hoffman. She loses the handle. Going the other way. Warrenton the ball. Savannah Miller just into the game for the Big Red. Caused a little pressure on that turnover. Banky brings the ball up now for the Big Red. Gives it over to Cox. The freshman drives left into the lane. Takes a shot. No good. Good hustle by Miller. She picks it up off the floor and scores. Savannah Miller with the offensive rebound and the bucket for the Big Red. Hoffman takes it all the way, and she's going to draw a foul. Somebody's got to cut her off before she gets down into the middle of the lane that easily. They get Banky for the reach. That's going to be Sophia's second. Out of bounds for the Eagles underneath their own basket. Schultz will inbounds it. She gets it into Greer. Over to Orff. Back to Schultz. Back to Orff. She fakes the shot, drives, and they're going to get her for moving those feet before she put the ball down. Into the game, Ainsley Kamermeyer back in. She's a senior. She averages 5 points per game, and she had 5 points in the first quarter. All right, Goldsmith put the ball in the front court. Dribbles to the left, gets it over to Miller. Miller drives the lane. She's going to take it up, and they're going to get a foul on the reach from Kamermeyer, who just got into the game. That's going to be Kamermeyer's third. Savannah Miller being aggressive since she got back into the game now. She gets 2 free throws. First one's on the way, and it's good. Olivia Schmiersall back into the game for the Eagles. Miller's second one, good rotation, good shot by Savannah Miller. 14-point lead now for the Eagles. Corner to Schultz, she drives, and they're going to get Whithouse with her third. Hoffman's first is good. 50% free throw shooter on the season. She knocks the first one down. Into the game for the first time for the Warriors, freshman Emma Flake. Hoffman knocks down both those free throws. Back to a 16-point lead for the Eagles. Goldsmith now gives it over to Banky. Sophia drives, throws one off the backboard and scores. Sophia's got 5. She had 19 in the first round game. Good to see her offense coming alive here in the second quarter. High post pass to Orff, out to Greer. Shot fakes, picks up a dribble, gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman drives the lane, kicks it out, rotate it quickly, back to Greer. Another quick shot from Greer. That one comes up short. Orff with the rebound for the Eagles. She's tied up by Flake. I think they're going to get Emma on the reach. They do. That's her first. Eagles inbounds it underneath their own basket. Get it in. 3-point shot on the way. No good. Hoffman gets the rebound. I'm sorry, Schultz gets the rebound, takes it back up, scores, and draws the foul. Get the foul on Goldsmith. Her first. And Schultz hits that one. Goldsmith brings the ball up now. Crosses over. Gets it over to the right side. Stolen there by Schultz. She's going all the way. Left-hand layup, no good. Goldsmith jumps in there and gets the rebound. Gets the ball over to Sophia Banky. She brings it up the court. Corner to Miller. Gets it over to Cox now. Cox picks up her dribble in the corner. Not a real good place. She's stripped of the ball by Schmiersall. And they're going to get Cox on the reach as she tried to get it back from Schmiersall. Not a good place to pick your dribble up over in the corner because there's just no place to go for anybody to get open. So, Olivia Schmiersall, the junior, will go to the free throw line as the Warriors are now over the free throw limit for the quarter. She hits the first one. Lefty makes the second one, too. Got a good shooter's touch on that one. 19-point lead now for the Eagles. Banky brings the ball up, gets it over to Goldsmith. Goldsmith drives over to Flake now. Flake's Biller in the baseline. She drives. Layup is no good. Rebound by Orff. Over to Greer. Baseball pass ahead to Schultz. She takes a little 15-footer. No good. Rebound goes off a Warrenton player, out of bounds. We'll stay here at this side of the court. Eagles ball underneath their own basket. Orff tried to get it to Schultz, but Banky was there and knocked it out of bounds. Orff once again inbounds it, this time to Schmiersall. Gets it out to Greer. Greer drives. Tried to feed the post, but her pass got away from her. Those one-handed passes sometimes can slip out of your hands due to the perspiration. Haley Jett checks in for Liberty. .40 seconds left to go here in the first half. Banky brings the ball up. Guarded by Greer. Gets it over to Cox. Over to Banky. She'll take the three. Then she drains another. Cox gets the assist. Banky the bucket. Schmierswald drives to the left. She's a lefty. Tries to feed the low post, but stolen by the Warriors. Miller gives it up now. Gives it over to Goldsmith. 10 seconds on the clock. Does Claire know? Gets it over to Miller. Miller's going to drive baseline, take up another baseline shot. Savannah scores. Warriors finding a little offense here in the second quarter. So at halftime, your score, Liberty 34, Warrenton 20. Warrenton fans, this is your moment to be part of something big. The Warrenton Sport Network broadcasts 100 live events each year, and we want your business with us on the court. With flexible ad packages and an average audience of 1,500 viewers per event, your message reaches the heart of our community, families, students, alumni, and even loyal Warrior fans. When you sponsor, you're not just advertising, you're helping keeping these live streams going. Without your support, they wouldn't be possible. Join us, stand with our athletes, and support our community. Contact the Warren County R3 School District office today to learn more. The Warrenton Sports Network, where community comes to watch. Let's take a look at the scorers in the first half. For the Liberty Eagles, Addie Schultz had 3, Hoffman 2, Schmiersall 2, Orff had 4, Shell had 7, Kamermeyer had 5, and Greer had 3 threes, and she had a total of 9. For the Warrenton Warriors, Sophia Benke had 8, Claire Goldsmith had 2, Jaden Cox had 2, Savannah Miller scored 6, and Michaela Whithouse had 2. So it scores 34-20 as we head to the third quarter. If you weren't with us early in the game, Warriors are playing without Zoe Duncan, their 5'10 senior forward who was injured last Friday. Good news is she was not here for the game on Monday, but she is here tonight, so she is improving, and hopefully we'll see her back on the court real soon. So the Warriors playing without their leading scorer here. All right, Warriors will start the second half with possession of the ball. And they start the second half with the same starters they began the game with. Goldsmith brings the ball up. Over to Benke at the point. Benke goes behind the back, drives the lane. Shot fake, steps under, and makes the basket. Sophia Benke is up to 10 points now. Nice move by Sophia. Eagles get the ball up. Schultz over to Hoffman. Goes a baseline. Stolen by Whithouse. I thought they were going to call a jump ball. Whithouse got tied up there. Eagles ball out underneath their own basket. Throw it into Greer. She's got a quick trigger. She cross court to Witt. She drives the lane, kicks it back out. Schultz with the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Miller. That's Savannah's first. Gets the ball in the Witt in the paint. Takes up a 14-footer off the board. No good. Good block out by Miller. Really did a good job pushing the defender back. Goldsmith brings the ball up now. Over to Benke. Benke hits a cutting Schneider. Layup is contested, and she misses the shot. Genta with the rebound. Gives it over to Hoffman. She loses the handle. Schneider picks it up and gives it over to Benke. Ball now to Whithouse. She drives the lane. Kicks it out to Miller. Baseline 3. A little long. Fight for the rebound goes off the Warriors. Eagles will get the possession. Hoffman brings the ball up now, gets it to Genta at the paint, gets it over to Schultz now, back to Genta in the paint. She drop steps, kicks it out, baseline jumper, no good. Goldsmith with a good job blocking out, but Hoffman comes in and steals the rebound. Baseline now for the Eagles, kick it out to Schultz. Over to Genta, feed high post to Witt, takes a little jump shot from about 8 feet, no good. Miller with the rebound, gets it back to Goldsmith. She's got her head up. Bringing the ball up the court. Gets it over to Schneider on the right side. She comes off the Whithouse screen. Gives it over to Goldsmith. Back to Benke. Her shot's no good. Witt with the rebound. She gives it up to Genta. She's dribbling the ball up the court. Baseline out to Schultz. Shot fakes. Drives. A little right-hand layup. No good. Genta with the rebound. Back to Schultz. A little 5-footer. No good. Benke with the rebound. Okay, well, Whithouse did a good job. Had the arm straight up on that defensive stop. Didn't get her fourth foul. All right, Benke off the dribble. Gives it over to Miller on the right wing. She drives the lane. She was fouled a couple times on that play. They're going to get Genta on that. That's her third. Savannah go back to the free throw line where she's 2 for 4 tonight. First one rattles home. Misses the second. Woodhouse fought for the rebound. And they're saying it went off of a Warrior player. Orff checks in for the Eagles. Flake for the Warriors. Hoffman dribbles the ball up the court for the Eagles. Warrenton in a 2-3 zone defense here. Give it over to Schultz on the left side, over to Greer. Shot fakes, and she drives. Little 8-footer off the board, no good. Flake with the rebound. She gives it over to Miller. Miller's quickly bringing it up the court. Takes a right-hand layup, misses the shot. Flake hustles, gets the rebound, takes it up, misses the shot. Orff with the rebound for the Eagles. Up ahead now to Hoffman. Hoffman out to Orff. She takes a little 15-footer from the elbow, no good. Flake with another rebound. She tried to hit the fast break, but Orff jumped in there and stole it. They get the ball to Hoffman on the baseline. She drives. They're going to get a hold, I think, on Savannah Miller. That's Savannah's second. And Liberty's going to take a timeout. So it's going to be a full timeout. On or off the court, precision matters. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning brings its A game to every home and business with expert installs, custom solutions, and comfort done right the first time. Across Warren County, Savannah is your home field advantage. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, proud to serve the fans of Warrenton Athletics. On game day or any day, teamwork matters. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same hometown spirit to every move, buying, selling, or exploring your options. With constant communications and expert guidance, we're your home team from game day to closing day. Main Street Real Estate, your hometown realtors with hometown heart. All right, Warrenton's cut the lead to 11. It was 14 at half. Warriors trying to battle back here. Eagles ball underneath, out of bounds underneath their own basket. Warriors in their 2-3 zone defense. They lob it into Genta. She dribbles off a Warrior player foot. Greer picks it up. Drives, kicks it back out. Orson take a three. No good. Long rebound picked up by Hoffman. Gets it to Greer. Quick trigger. She shoots that. And shot's no good. Eagles once again out hustling them to the ball on the rebounds. We're going to get Savannah Miller with her third foul. And the Eagles are going to get Schmiersall and Kamermeyer back into the game. Schmiersall inbounds it for the Eagles. They get it inbounds to Hoffman. Over to Genta. She'll take the long three. Shot's no good. Snyder gets the rebound. Started to head the other way. Picked up a dribble wisely, and they get Kamermeyer with her fourth foul. She literally just came off the bench. That gets Shell into the game for the Eagles. Warriors bring the ball up with Goldsmith. Chance to cut the lead under 10 here. Goldsmith picks up a dribble, gets it over to Snyder. She drives, elbow jump shot. Off the board, no good. Miller hustles, gets the rebound, takes up a shot, and draws a foul. We're going to get Bryn Shell with the foul. That's her third. Savannah doing great work hustling and taking up shots inside. She's been to the free throw line. This is her fourth time tonight. First free throw comes up a little short. Schmiersall back in for the Eagles. Miller takes a deep breath on his free throw, relaxes, gets the shot up, and knocks it down. Jaden Cox checks in for the Warriors. Ten-point lead, closest the Warriors have been since the first quarter. Gento at the high post, tries to get it to Greer, but his errant pass goes out of bounds. Into the game for the Warriors, Michaela Whithouse. Coach Logan substituting more frequently here in the third quarter, keeping her troops fresh. All right, Goldsmith brings the ball up. Gives it over to Cox. Cox drives the lane. Right-hand layup blocked. Gathered up by Shell. Shell gives it over to Hoffman. Hoffman brings it up now. Skip pass to Genta. She gets it over to Shell. Shell back out to Hoffman. Hoffman drives right side. Dribbles back out. Picks it up in the corner. That's trouble. Genta gets it. And it's going the other way. Genta stops it. Throws up an 8-footer, and it's good. How about that? Warriors have got it down to 8. Sophia Banky with the basket. Banky's got 12 points now. She's come alive here since the first quarter. And Liberty's going to take another timeout. They're going to take a 30-second timeout. Everything's coming up red for the Warriors here in the third quarter. 3 minutes left to go. Warriors down by 8. And the Warrior defense has been good the second half. They've held the Eagles to no points. So Banky's got 4, and Miller's got 2 here in the third quarter. Could be another one of those cases where the Eagles thought the game was already won, and they came out a little unconvicted to close this game out and let the Warriors back in it. We saw that the other night from the boys' team. When you get a team down, you want to make sure you step on them and put them out of their misery. Liberty hasn't done that, and the Warriors are right back into this. Smearsall with the ball now for the Eagles. Stolen by Goldsmith and Banky. Banky's got her head up, dribbling up the court, gets it over to Cox on the right side. She jab steps, drives the lane, takes a shot, and draws the foul. They get Genta on the foul. That's her 4th. Cox goes to the free throw line for the first time here in the second half. Knocks down the first one. Warrenton's trimmed the lead to 7 here in the third quarter. Back into the game for the Eagles, Lydia Witt. Coach Walter Bach going with a little more size here now. Cox's next one's no good. Rebound goes to Schmiersall, gives it over to Hoffman. Warriors in their 2-3 zone, looking to pitch the shutout here in the third quarter. Skip pass, goes off of Shell's hands, tries to save it, but steps out of bounds. Warriors bring the ball up with Banky. Banky keeps the dribble alive, gives it over to Goldsmith. She's in the lane, kicks it back out, rotated over to Cox. Her 3's on the way. No good. Shell with the rebound. Throws it ahead to Greer, who had to save it from going out of bounds. Smearsall gets it. Over to Hoffman. High post now to Witt. Over to Greer. She drives left. Takes a 12-foot running shot there and get a Warriors for the push. Greer will go to the free throw line, her first time tonight. They get Goldsmith on the push. Greer shoots it from 68% from the free throw line. First one rattles out, no good. Schultz back in. Hattie Schultz, the sophomore guard. Greer knocks the second one down. Smearsall putting pressure on Goldsmith. Goldsmith breaks the pressure, kicks it out to Banky. Her corner three is, you can bank on that. Back to a 5-point lead now. Warriors, everything's coming up red. Schultz over on the right wing gets it into Witt. She turns, squares up, and they're going to get her for traveling. She tried the old step under move. Do that in the NBA, but not in high school basketball. Miller now with the ball. Inbounds it. Eagles back to the pressure. Goldsmith does a good job of breaking that pressure. Falls to the floor. Referee's really letting them fight. I think they're saying now somebody on the Warrenton bench just got teed up. So that'll count as a team foul. And then Greer will get to shoot the free throws. And then Liberty will get the ball back. All right, referee talking to the scorer's table. Greer now going to shoot the free throw. All right, Greer at the free throw line. She just 1 for 2 a moment ago. She's got the only points for the Eagles. She adds another one there here in the third quarter. She gets one more. And the Eagles will get the ball out of bounds as well. She knocks down both those. So back to a 7-point lead. Was down to 5. .119 left to go here in the third. All right, Eagles get the ball into Smearsall. Back to Hoffman. Hoffman dribbles to the left. Picks up her dribble. Goldsmith jumps in the passing lane, almost had the steal, but goes off her hands out of bounds. The Eagles still keep the ball. They get it into Smearsall, back to Hoffman. Warrenton in the 2-3 zone defense here. Skip past to Schultz. Back to Hoffman at the point. Over to Smearsall, back to Hoffman. Over to Schultz on the right side. She drives, hands off to Hoffman. Gets it to Witt, her baseline jump shot, no good, long rebound, gathered up by Cox. She's tied up. Jump ball's going Warrenton's way. Eagles are backing off their full court pressure here. Going to pick them up at half court, man-to-man. Warriors trying to get it back to a 5-point deficit here before the quarter's over. That's as close as they've been this quarter. Banky with the ball, lobs it in for Whithouse. Oh, actually Cox. And Cox was fouled fighting for the ball. Eagles are over the limit. Cox to go to the free throw line. They're going to get Witt on the foul. That's her third. All right, Jaden Cox. This is her 4th trip to the free throw line tonight, too. First one comes up just a tad short. We're going to get a lane violation against the Warriors. So the free throw attempt is null and void. 7-point lead still for the Big Red. Under 30 seconds to go here in the third. Hoffman in the front court. She drives. Kicks it out to Greer. Her three's on the way. Shot's no good. Hoffman with the rebound. Greer shot fakes, drives the lane. Throws up a shot off the board. No good. Witt with the rebound. Takes it up. Shot no good. Witt saves it, but she's out of bounds as she tries to save it. Warriors will have a 2.6 seconds left in the quarter here. They have to go the length of the court. Back into the game for Warrenton. Haley Jett comes in. Cox to inbound it, gets it over to Goldsmith. Baseball shot, no good. So, Warriors get themselves back into this game. They were down by 14 at half. They're down by 7 now, 30-37. They got as close as 5. We've got a good one here. Warriors no quit tonight. Champions aren't just made on the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've delivered big bank products with hometown service, fast local loan decisions, and the latest in online banking. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. So the Big Red only gave up 3 points on defense that quarter. Those were all free throws scored by Allison Greer. And at the same time, the Big Red scored 10 points offensively. That's how they've gotten back into this game. Standout defense. Came up big in the third quarter. All right, Eagles will start this fourth quarter with possession of the ball. They get it into Hoffman. Throws it into the corner to Schultz. She'll take this quick three, and she drains it. Addie Schultz with the three. Goldsmith breaks the pressure, gets it over to Banky. She drives, gets it into the paint, off the board, and off the glass. Sophia Banky remains hot here in the fourth quarter for the Big Red. She has got 9 points in the second half. All right, Hoffman gets it down in the corner now. Kamermeyer skip pass to Schultz. She just made the three inside to Greer. Posts up. Back to Kamermeyer. Stolen there by Schneider. Banky brings it up the court now. Gotta love the Big Red tonight. Showing a lot of perseverance, hanging in there. Oh, a little careless pass there. Gets stolen by the Eagles. And they're going to get Warrenton with the reaching foul. They're going to get Savannah Miller. That's her fourth. All right, Eagles on the offensive attack this time. Skip pass. Corner three from Kamermeyer. No shots, no good. Witt with the rebound. Takes it back up and scores. Lydia Witt gets her first basket. Goldsmith breaks the press once again. Gets it up to half court. Drives the lane. Kicks it out to Miller. Over to Schneider. She shot fakes and draws the foul. We're going to get Hoffman with the foul. It's her first. Warriors will have the ball out of bounds on the sidelines. Jaden Cox checks in for the Big Red. Snyder gets it into Banky. Banky, a little head and shoulder fake, gets it to Woodhouse in the corner. Tries to get it into Goldsmith. Woodhouse picks it back up, takes it in, shoots a left-hand layup, shot's no good. And they're going to get the ball off of the Eagles out of bounds. Underneath the basket, well, Warrenton will inbounds it. Eagles back to a 10-point lead now. Snyder triggers the inbounds pass. Gets it into Banky on the right side, over to Cox at the point. She jab steps, drives left, kicks it out to Woodhouse. She takes one dribble in, kicks it back out. Oh, but stolen there by Addie Schultz. Schultz has got the three here in the fourth quarter and a big steal there. They get it to Kamermeyer, inside to Witt, back to Kamermeyer. She'll take the three. Her shot's a little short. Woodhouse rips the rebound. Good job by Woodhouse to move that ball around, keep the ball up by your chin, and let the defense foul you. They get Lydia Witt with a foul. That's her fourth. That gets Brooke Orff into the game for the Eagles. Still a lot of fight in the Big Red. Goldsmith breaks the press. Gets in the lane, drop pass for Woodhouse. She kisses it off the glass and the Warriors score. Nice assist for Claire Goldsmith, who averages 3 assists per game. Kamermeyer throws it a skip to the corner. Schultz inside the three-point line. Shot no good. Snyder gets the rebound. And they're going to call Banky stepping out of bounds on the baseline. So Schultz will inbound for the Eagles in this possession. They get it into Kmar, back to Greer, quick three. She knocks that down. She was almost out of bounds. Goldsmith going the other way quickly, gets it into Woodhouse on the low post. Back to Banky. Banky drives left, shoots a little 8-footer, and she hits another one. Sophia Banky is cool as the underside of the pillow here in the second half for the Warriors. Cox with the steal, and he gets pushed back by Kamermeyer. That's going to be on Kamermeyer. It's going to be her fifth. That's a disqualification. All right, Warriors the chance here, down by 9, cut into that lead. Those three-pointers by Greer and Schultz this quarter have hurt the Warriors' chances to get back into this. Banky with the ball. She's got a chance to score whenever she has the ball. She shot fakes, and she's going to drive, shoots a little 12-footer off the board, and good. Off the board, the bank was open for Sophia Banky. She's keeping the Warriors into this. She had 19 on night 1 of the tournament. All right, Hoffman pressure defense over to Schmiersall. Schmiersall skip pass to Schultz. And they're going to get 3 seconds on the Eagles for camping in the lane. Warriors get a chance here to lead down to 7. They could trim even more off of it here. Got to be looking to get the ball into Banky's hands. She's got the hot hand. They get it to Cox on the right wing. She feeds Woodhouse down low. She tries to take it up, and she is fouled before she could take it up. They're going to get Greer, I believe, on the foul. Nope. They get it on 10. That is Greer. I'm sorry. That's her second. Schneider will have the inbounds for the Warriors. Eagles have 4 fouls this quarter. Next one will be everyone after that will go to the free throw line. Goldsmith with the ball, brings it out, dribbles in, kicks it over to Banky. Drives the lane, takes a little 12-footer. That one misses and goes out of bounds. Hoffman brings it up for the Eagles. They lead by 7. Gets it over to Greer. Good defense by Goldsmith. She tapped it out of bounds, but almost had a steal. Good job by Claire to deny the pass to the wings. Timeout for a shoelace being tied. And we're back to playing. Schmiersaw over to Hoffman. Back to Schmiersaw. Schmiersaw drives. Shoots a little left-handed layup, and she draws the foul, I believe, on Ava Schneider. Yeah, they're going to call Schneider on the foul. It's her first. Schmiersaw, the junior guard, will go to the free throw line. She made both her free throws in the first half. That one had a nice shooter's touch at the front of the rim, backboard, front of the rim, and it fell down. Savannah Miller checks in for the Warriors. Warriors looking for a little offense. Miller's got 8 so far tonight. Schmiersaw hits the second. She's 4 for 4 tonight. Banky brings the ball up for the Big Red. They trail by 9. They got to score here and get a stop. Goldsmith drives the lane. Right-handed layup off the board and good. The sophomore stepping up big there. All right, Big Red need a stop now. Can't just be happy with scoring. You got to get a stop. Schmiersaw with the ball. Drives the lane off the backboard. No good. Rebound by Orff, and she puts it back up. So they got to stop it. The rebound by Orff. She converts that. Orff's got 6 points now. Goldsmith with the ball on the right side. She shot fakes, drives, steps back, gives it to Miller. Miller's going to drive the lane. Puts up a shot, blocked there by Orff. Greer picks it up, headed the other way. She shoots a right-handed layup. Shot's no good, but the Eagles get the rebound. Schmiersaw's tied up with Whithouse. Arrows going Warriors' way. So Warrenton's trailed by 16. They have had it down to 5 here in the second half, but now they're down by 9 with 2:30 left to go in the ball game. Goldsmith going quickly, gets it over to Banky. Banky drives, kicks it out to Miller. Her three, a little short. Miller gets her on a rebound, but then loses it and gets her 5th foul. That gets Ava Schneider back into the game. Warriors are going to pick up a full court here. Trying to get a turnover. They get it into Schmiersaw to the Eagles. She brings it up against the pressure. They get a push in the back from Banky. You got to be careful on those. If you're not going for the ball, they could call that an intentional foul. They don't call the intentional there. That's her 3rd. All right, get an offensive foul on Schmiersaw. Yep, they're going to get an offensive foul on Schmiersaw, pushing off. Trying to get herself open. That's her 1st turnover for the Eagles. Warrenton has another possession here. Goldsmith brings it up, drives the lane, kicks it out to Schneider. Her corner 3 on the way. No good. Whithouse takes it back up. Draws the foul. Michaela's really done a nice job on the boards tonight. She gets rewarded with 2 more free throws. They get Orff with the foul. That's her 2nd. Michaela knocks in the 1st. Second one's long. Cox runs in there and gets the rebound. Eagles didn't block out. Warriors get an extra possession. Schneider with the ball. Gets it to a cutting Banky, a little 5-footer. Off the back rim, no good. Whithouse with the rebound. Off the glass, her shot's no good. Gets another rebound. Takes it back up. Her shot's blocked by Orff. Orff gives it over to Schmiersaw. Eagles bring the ball up. Banky going for the steal, and they're going to call her for the foul. That'll put the Warriors over the limit. Not sure you want to foul Schmiersall. She's been perfect tonight, and that's Banky's 4th foul. And the announcer, Jinx, gets Schmiersall on that one. She misses the first free throw. And misses the second, but Greer gets the rebound, takes it back up, misses the shot. Schultz with the rebound. She draws the foul on Woodhouse. Warriors failed to block out on those free throws, and that really cost them. It's going to be Woodhouse's 4th foul. And they're going to get, Coach Logan's going to take her timeout here. Warriors down by 8. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. All right, Schultz at the free throw line for the Eagles. She'll have 2 free throws. She made her only free throw that she had in the first half. And that one rattles home, hitting the front of the rim, side of the rim, backboard, and back in. Schultz, second one a little short. Woodhouse gets the rebound over to Banky. Banky over to Goldsmith. 9-point lead still for the Eagles. Right to the left side to Banky. She throws a lob pass into Woodhouse, but Greer was there to intercept it. They get it over to Hoffman. Hoffman finds an open Orff under the basket, and Brooke Orff scores the basket. She's got 4 points here in the second half. She had 4 in the first half. She's got 8 for the game. Goldsmith now drives the lane. Circles back around. Right-handed baby hook off the board, and good. Goldsmith's got 4 in the second half. Under a minute to go, they're going to get Sophia Banky with the foul. I believe that's her 5th. Yes, Sophia's been disqualified. But not before she had a whale of a game. 21 points tonight. All right, Schmiersall back to the free throw line. She's 4 for 6 tonight from the free throw. 5 for 7. That gives the Eagles back to a double-digit lead here. Under a minute to go. And she knocks down that one as well. Olivia Schmiersall's got 6 points, all from the free throw line tonight. Goldsmith picks up her dribble. And we're going to get a timeout from Warrenton. Offense is a little disjointed without having Sophia Banky on the court, the leading scorer, and, of course, not having Zoe Duncan on the court. Warriors are looking for a little offensive production here. All right, Warriors break the huddle for the timeout. 48 seconds left to go in the ball game. Get the ball into Goldsmith. She dribbles the lane. And they're going to get a foul on Hoffman. Not really a foul you want to make there. Stops the clock, gives the Warriors a chance not only to make the free throws, but then they could set up their press if they choose to do so. Late in the game like that, you want to make the other team beat you with the shot, not foul them, send them to the free throw line where they can score with the clock not running. All right, Goldsmith's first free throw is errant. She makes the back end of the 2 free throws here. Big Red can set up a press. And she does so. Warriors looking for a steal, and if you can't get a steal, you got a foul. They get over to Hoffman. She brings it up under pressure. She gets pushed from behind by Cox. Jaden Cox, that's her second. Hoffman's been to the free throw line once where she made both of her free throws. She's a 50% shooter on the season. Misses the first. And second one misses as well. Greer gets the offensive rebound. Eagles are able to run some more clock. Schultz with the ball now. Gives it over back to Schmiersall. They foul Schmiersall. She'll go back to the free throw line. Cox with her third foul. And Schmiersall misses her first. Junior guard steps up, the lefty. Misses the second one along. Cox with the rebound. She's headed the other way for the Big Red. Feeds Whithouse on the low post. Whithouse turns, a little baby right-handed hook. Shot no good. Greer with the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Whithouse. Down to 11 seconds. Schmiersall back to Hoffman. Over to Greer, who loses the handle. Warriors will have the ball out of bounds on the far sidelines. Get the ball into Goldsmith. Goldsmith drives, takes a three from the top of the key, comes up short, and that's the ball game. Your final score, 54-44. Liberty wins. So welcome in, folks, to the Warrenton Sports Network post-game show. Once again, final score here was 54-44. Eagles had as big as a lead as 16 points in the first half. They led by 14 at the halftime, 20-34. Warrenton got it down to 5 points with great defense in the third quarter and hot offense by Sophia Banke, but they just couldn't close it out, and the Eagles stretched it back to a 10-point lead, and that was our final score tonight, 44-54, with the Eagles winning by 10. With the loss, Warrenton's record now is 5-5. And Liberty's record jumps to 6-5. With the win, Liberty will move to the tournament championship. They'll play Friday night versus Timberland in the battle of the Wentzville R4 School District for the championship. That'll be at 8:30 on Friday. And Warrenton will play Francis Howell North at 7 o'clock on Friday for the third place game. So let's run down the scoring for each team and take a look at the star player for each team for tonight's game. So for Liberty, their scoring went this way. Addie Schultz had 7, Hoffman 2, Olivia Schmiersall had 6, Brooke Orff had 8, Bryn Schell had 7, Ainsley Kammermeyer had 5, Lydia Witt had 2, and the star of the game, Allison Greer, had 15. What really impressed me about Greer was her ability to get her shot off quickly. That's a lost art at the varsity level. You really have to be able to get that shot up quickly before the defense can close you out. And Greer, when she catches that ball, she's ready to shoot. Her knees are bent, and she gets that shot up quickly. For the Warriors, star of the game was Sophia Banky. She had 21 points. So she had back-to-back games where she had 19 points on Monday, 21 points tonight. She's the star of the game for the Warriors. The rest of the scoring went this way. The Goldsmith had 6. Jaden Cox had 3. Savannah Miller had 8. And Michaela Whithouse had 5. So that's a wrap on everything from Warrenton tonight. For our crew and our sponsors and our entire Warrenton community, this is Keith Brown saying thanks for spending part of your night with us. We'll see you next time on the Warrenton Sports Network, your home for hometown sports. Let's go Big Red.